Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, ALLOT in Florida. Today we're in not so sunny Jacksonville Beach. You guys can see this. It's kind of gloomy out, not so great. I don't know what the weekend was like, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Can't make its mind up if it's going to be cold or hot. It's kind of in between and kind of foggy, so probably just going to hit the dry sand, volleyball courts, that sort of stuff, and see what we can pull out of here. I know in the past this place has done me pretty good. Pulled a lot of gold out of this place, but that was during the summer. So we're going to give it a try. 3-4 hours maybe. Walk a few miles and see what we can find. And today I'm using the Manicore with the M8 coil, and as usual for now, the Extreme Scoop, titanium, and carbon fiber handle. Alright, got that out of the way. Let's get on to the hunt. I'll bring you up on the first good target. The target sounds awful, so I really didn't want to record it. I've seen all this rust coming out, and this is why. Set of batteries from a flashlight. You guys can see that. It's pretty awful. Alright, we'll get that off the beach. Bring you back on the next 10-12 here. I will say, trash. I was gonna say, I mean, that water's cold. I want you to check that out. It's really cold, so I don't think anybody's been out there swimming in that. The waves are decent size, so I think it might have pushed people up high. So the plan is kind of hit the dry sand, because I don't think people are swimming there. And it's cold up here. But I cannot find a trash line. So that is a bad sign. There's no real trash line. It's just here and there, 20 minutes without finding a single target. So it's hot to death and everybody's picking up the trash, or there's no one on the beach. But we're going to still give it our best go. And I'll bring you back when I find another target. 77, 79, it's probably a dime. I am noticing though that there's a lot, oh, there it is, a lot of black sand, so that means they might have had some good erosion. So, penny, sandblasted, 1981 it looks like. You're gonna see that. So, maybe they had some erosion, and the beach got turned over a bit, so we'll grid this out a little bit, see what we get. And I'll bring you back on the next target. 8889 should be the first quarter of the day. Not too deep. Should be right here. I had to turn my sensitivity down super low. There you go. Quarter. Eagleback. It's old. 1977. You see that? 1977. Alright, first quarter. Quarter and a penny. Some batteries. But what I was saying is I had to turn my sensitivity really far back because the EMI at this pier is ungodly. I got electrical cable running underneath there, and it just lights up your machine. But turn it back and still find a target. The Manicore M8 anyway, it's a really good coil. The M11 was good coil too, but one, it's very heavy for long hunts. Two, it's not hydrodynamic at all. It's awful. And it's like a turbocharged coil, so I'm having to run like just a little bit of water and salt. I have to run like an 18 sensitivity, or it's just really loud. Whereas with the M8, it still goes plenty deep, and I'm able to run it up 22, 23, 24 sometimes sensitivity. So if you guys are wondering why I'm using the M8, that's why. That is really good on trash. Trashy sites, trashy beaches, separation. I found quite a few rings already. with the M8 because they were sitting next to a bottle cap or pull tabs, and it was masking out the gold. And I was able to hear them better than the M11. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bring you back on the next one. First pull tab, 29, 30, 31. This is so strange. It's like someone came out here and vacuumed the beach. It's crazy. Oh, look at that. Here we go. The golden pull tab. And speaking of golden pull tabs, my new scoop should be coming in the mail this week from Golden Pull Tab. They're sending me one to try out, give it a review, an honest review. I'm someone who normally water hunts a lot and really is good at wrecking scoops. So Chris from Golden Pull Tab assures me, and he's a fellow hunter like us, and that's amazing because that should mean a lot in design. He's a fellow hunter, he's a water hunter, and he assures me I won't be popping welds on that thing very easy. So I'm going to give it my best go, give an honest review of it, and let you guys know what's up with the Golden Pull Tab scoops. I'll bring you guys up on the jump around the 70s, probably die. Gives me hope. It is not a dime. It's another real cop that out on the Action 4 why it is doing that. That makes no sense whatsoever. It just shut down on its own. The reason, dropped it. I bought a GoPro 12, and the reason I sent it back was because right out of the box, the thing was messed up. Did a software update, all messed up. I mean, it wouldn't even turn on without taking the battery out. It was awful. And a bunch of people said, you charge the batteries too fast. I mean, come on. Expensive action camera that's been around as long as they have, that shouldn't affect them. And if it does, and I don't understand this, why the companies on a lot of products we buy now might or might not send you the charging cable, but they don't send you the charging brick. It makes no sense. It's like $600 for a camera and you can't send you the charging brick, the one that makes the batteries last the longest, or maybe that's by design. I have no idea because they want you to burn through batteries. Don't know. Anyway, so got this Osmo Action 4, and it's got quirks. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it's shut off on me before, and don't know why. But I'll figure it out. Hopefully, maybe when you guys out there in YouTube land have used this camera and know the best settings also, because as you guys all know, we're coming into turtle season here in Florida, and most of my hunts are at night. And if you watch my other videos, the white beach with that really bright light washed everything out. I didn't realize it until after I was done, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful, but what am I gonna do? So if you guys have any comments, any suggestions on good settings for the Action 4, especially at night, please leave it in the comments, let me know. And I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with the red light. I just bought 1 million lumen red light for turtle season. That's legal by FWC standards. And I don't know what the video quality is going to look like. No idea. Never tried it. But hopefully I'll still be able to bring you some content. And I don't know if you guys can see all this. And this is really going to mess with me tonight. I don't know if you can see this. These don't zoom in for some reason, but there's literally 700 gold stars peppered throughout this beach. Like someone had a big bag of stars and let it go. And there's probably like at least 100 of them right here. And tonight when my light's on, it's going to light up the beach. And I think it's a diamond every time. Anyway, I'll bring you guys. I mean, it is just a 27 all day long screaming, so it should be a nickel. And I'm kind of going to my Hail Mary because everything's been pretty quiet. No trash hardly at all. So I'm going up high. Super high, all the way up to the dune. There we go. All right, it's the, what do they call it? Monterey Magnet Man calls it the Creepy Peaker or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird new nickel they came out with. All right, I'll bring you guys Target. 70s, probably gonna be a dime. Super shallow, should be right here. There you go. Yeah, wrong again. Another copper. Not sure the age, the date on it. Maybe you guys can see it, but it's a penny. Bring your Target. 50s, 40s ish. Maybe trash. Maybe treasure. We'll find out. I saw something. Hold on. See something silver. It is a button. I don't know what the brand is. It's a button. That's cool. Something different. I think it's a button anyway. You guys can see it. I mean, I know it's a button, sorry, and I'm just trying to figure out what the design is. Alright. Button. Cool. Bring you guys back here. Super deep, and it sounds awful. That might just because it's really deep, but it's kind of raining all over the place. It's an iron. Normally, I'm not digging anything. Try not to dig anything 4 or 5 scoops down. I found a lot. It's all iron now. I found a lot of rings and stuff. I never found one 4 scoops down. Ah, it's everybody's friend. Anybody that hunts knows this one. Corona. Alright. Yeah, I've never found any gold super deep. I don't, normally it's quarter or it's junk. I don't know why. No matter which coil I'm using. I'm starting to get up high towards a dune, and I got a theory on this. That when the weather's kind of bad and people aren't swimming, and they just want to get their kids down to the beach, they're going to go as close as they have to, because they're always carrying a lot of stuff. So a lot of times they'll end up here, and you can find some really good targets up here sometimes. So it's always worth giving it a go, especially when everything else is empty, no targets. Wintertime, best time to hunt up high. Because people will get all the way up against the dune because they still want to go to the beach. $88, $89, $92, maybe a quarter. There it is. It's like an old States quarter. What I was saying is, wintertime, people still want to go to the beach and enjoy it, but they don't want to get blasted by the waves. They don't want to get blasted by the wind and stuff like that. So they'll camp out all the way up against these dunes. And I found a lot of good stuff over the years up here against the dune. It's just another place to hunt for all you that are just starting this hobby. It's a great place to hunt in the wintertime. And for those of you who've been hunting for a while, don't get mad at me, because I'm going to try to help as many people as possible so that they can enjoy this and not get all burned out or discouraged, and just give it up, because no one wants to mentor them or help them or hunt with them, so try to give some tips here and there. 8 sounds like foil. I'm gonna try not to pinpoint because of the camera angle last time was awful, and oops, dropped it, and I didn't realize it until I was watching the video, and I was giving all you guys a crotch shot, and it was just ridiculous. That sometimes work 10-12 hour days, you get tired and you're not thinking straight, you know. And last week was rough. I mean, it was long, grueling days filled with nothing but stupid. And it was a tough one, dealing with people and customers and stuff. It was crazy. No one's ever happy, it seems like. The thing is, my son saw my videos for the first time. The first 3 I posted, which were awful, and I kind of got discouraged. And he told me, "I love your videos, Dad." You know, he's like, "But don't call me son anymore." He goes, "Call me Rylan." So there you go, Rylan. Everybody knows your name. And you know, he wants me to make the videos. He thinks it's super cool. So that means the whole world to me. You know, and that's all the motivation I need right there to make the videos, take the time. And I promise they will get better as I figure this camera out. And I'm probably gonna have to upgrade my laptop because it's not liking the 4K at all. And I had to do all the post editing on my phone, which is hard. It's not that great. So hang in there, guys. I promise I'm gonna grow this channel. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna give it my best. I'm gonna try to help all you that want help. That's probably a bottle cap, but I'm gonna help all you guys that want help. Any questions? Oh no, I was wrong. There we go. Environmental killer. The battery. All right, take that one off the beach. Well, I'll try to help you guys as much as possible. If you have questions, I mean, I feel I'm pretty decent at this. Got a good hang on it. And what's cool is, unlike all these other channels, (12, 13, 14, 15) is that I travel to new locations almost every week. So you guys get to see different locations, get a feel for them, you know, see how well I do or don't do. If I do well, what's that? Foil. You get to see all the new locations. You get everything you ever wanted, like any of the major hot spots that you've always wanted to see or go to and hunt. I'll be hunting them for the most part. And I also bought Blue 3 Nomad Mini. I can go down for 3.5 hours, max depth of 15 feet. So when I'm doing my South Florida hunts, if the water's clear and it's not too rough, I'm gonna strap that thing on, get underwater where all the real good stuff is, and see what we can do there. So you'll get some underwater videos too as well. Probably not as many because, you know, the conditions have to be right, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'll give it my best every time. Know this, videos may suck right now, they're not that great, you know, the production, I'm trying, but I do promise you, you will get a lot of videos. It's gonna be more than one a week, that's for sure. It's like, 40? I just hit something. It's probably a bottle. Okay, there we go. Every detector's nightmare. You guys see that? Giant rusty nut. There's no getting around these good things for sure. They're gonna sound great until you get them out. There we go. Giant nut. Yeah, so you guys are gonna get some good videos. I promise. I'm gonna film every one of my hunts. You know, and I hope you guys like them. And, you know, the whole like and subscribe, because that helps out a lot. You know, it lets me know that you guys are watching them, or that you like them, you know, don't like them. But like I said, my first attitude was, whatever, people don't like it, too bad. But now, you know, it's more light. I hope you like it, but my son likes it, so I'm going to do them anyway. See, that's just the way it is. So I'm going to give it my best shot, guys. Just bear with me. That's all I ask. Alright, I'll bring you guys back on the next one. Head under the pier. I got to drop everything down super low. I don't know what to expect of this. It's showing, I'll show you. Showing 5 or 6 targets on the non-ferrous line, and I mean they sound non-ferrous, but I don't know what it is. No idea. I don't know why it would show 5 or 6 targets. It's strange, especially for an aluminum cap. That doesn't make any sense. That is weird. Oh well. All right, I'll bring you back. 46, 48, and it's showing multiple targets. I don't know if it's the EMI. Has to be the EMI because it's everything's sounding really bad and it's real kind of choppy, I guess you could say. It doesn't sound very good, that's for sure. No, it's not this rock. It's concrete. Huh. Alright, here we go, guys. Getting out the pen pointer. I promise I'm not going to give it a crutch up. There. That was ringing up strange. Can't tell. Looks like a snap. Something off a purse, maybe. You guys can see it. Not sure. Alright, well. Let's go hit the next one. It's probably going to be a bottle cap, 2736. Doesn't sound great. Kind of found the trash line. I think everybody's been hanging out under the pier. Yeah, there it is, Corona. I just dug like, I don't know, probably 10 of those in a row. I knew what they were, but slim pickings right now. It's kind of boring, so just kind of hitting it. And I'll show you guys this. So worst thing you could do is bring stuff like this to the beach and then just throw it out. I mean, they're almost impossible to pick up. There's some really small ones. This is one of the bigger ones. And it's plastic. It's going to be in the ground forever. And fish and everything else eat it. It's just bad idea. I mean, it's not even cool. And I don't understand people's thinking, you know, worse than sending your boss a confetti bomb, which is actually kind of funny. But don't bring this stuff to the beach, guys. Don't let your Mylar balloons go. Turtles eat them. You know, everybody who hunts knows it's very frustrating for us. We get out here and we find lots of trash and everything, and you know, I don't mind it. I mean, I bitch about it a little bit, but I don't mind it that much because I use it. You know, it's a tool. I find the trash line, I can find out where everybody's sitting. You know, 9 times out of 10, you stay on that line, you're gonna find something decent, especially when people are doing that heavy drinking. Because that's when they, you know, let loose and forget and get crazy, get wild, start dancing around, and all that suntan lotion on, things start flying off. That's where we come in. You lose it, we find it. Alright, I'll bring you back for the next one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so strange. I just went through a section, I've never seen anything like it. This is going to be weird. Could be anything. Anyway, take it up there and check it out, but I just went through a section, and I didn't realize there were shells under this, but it was probably a good 25-30 feet area I just went through over here, and All the rest of the sand looks like this. Down there, it's almost red, like in the New Smyrna, Ormond Beach area, the weird coquina mixed with the red shells. It's like fishing gear. Anyway, so I just went through there, and it's fishing gear. And I've never experienced it here before, but they must have had some serious sand loss and erosion, because I mean, it seemed like there was an old pier or an old wrecked boat or something, because it was just, it actually overloaded my machine on so much iron. And I just dug a couple of holes just to see what it was, see what was going on there, and it was just flakes of iron, giant flakes. So either there's an old boat wreck there, an old pier, maybe you can see the color of this sand. I've never seen this sand look like this before here. Now surely, iron, I surely never had my machine overload like that, where it was just freaking out. It was very strange. I don't know if any of you guys have been through something like that before, but they must have had some serious wave action up here and erosion. Can't tell by looking at the beach because it's so flat. It's kind of like Daytona, and it's like digging in concrete like Daytona Beach. But I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we'll find some gold that's been buried deep. You never know. Just keep going. And I'm going to hit these volleyball courts. See them, I don't know, over there. But there's probably 50 kids playing right now. That's like college or high school. More iron. Alright. I'll bring it back if I find something good. That's a quarter. And actually had all metal on. And that hole down there, and it came up sounding, I guess it's quarter. Looks like quarter-ish. Anyway, came up sounding, let me see if it sticks. No, it doesn't stick. Okay, so it came up sounding like iron. And it was deep. It was probably over a foot down into past the sand into the shell layer. That was strange. God, I hope I don't have to get like the guys out in Cali where everything sounds like iron and you have to dig it anyway. But that was weird. Came up like iron, had a number like a quarter-ish, but sounded like iron. Even flashed the red numbers a few times. Alright, I'll bring you back next. Barely a noise. It ran up all over the place. Might be a zinc penny or something, but I know all these targets have been down super deep into that shell layer. Now it's ringing a 51, but everything's been 2 or 3 scoops down so far. I don't even know if I got that out or not. Clean this up a bit. Still kind of hear something down there. Clean this up a little bit. See anything in the scoop. Oh, that's it, probably right there. Not really sticking, but you know, it's garbage. But everything's down pretty deep here. Huh. Alright, I'll bring you guys to show you something. I call it like hunting anomalies. If you notice, the sand here is kind of dark, but if you see, the top layer has been eroded down to the shells. And for those of you who have a lot of experience beach hunting, you probably know this is an area you kind of want to target. It doesn't guarantee you're going to find anything, but it's different. You know, it's different than the rest of the beach. So probably if I take a scoop in here, let's see, it might be just straight shell all the way down. Not even sure. No, not this time. It's a mixture. But it's worth checking out because it's different. You know, some areas I can tell right here just by the way the waves are going out compared how all the way down actually, and from here you start looking down this way. Sorry, I'll get the camera up. Oh, I'll get the hang of this. Look down here, it's kind of goes out real smooth. But if you look out here, when this wave goes out here, you're going to notice there's some features, some contours or some probably potholes out here. And that will trap stuff, but you can see it right here. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. But there's contours out there, and that's what I'm kind of looking at. And I'm kind of just zigzagging around here, you know, just looking for something that's old. But I can tell, like right here, here's a pothole, boom, here's a trench. Drops down to about a foot of water or so. So that's kind of what you want to look for, you know. In the summertime when there's people dropping stuff and swimming, and this is super high tide. So the little ones are going to be in this area with their moms and dads, but there's trenches all through this. And little areas like that will hold jewelry. It'll hold gold. So if it washes out that way, it's going to hit that trench and it's going to stay there. Now, there must be a setting because this thing turned off on me. It's not supposed to shut off. Anyway, what I'm saying is East Coast and West Coast thing is totally different. West Coast, you don't have wave action. You surely don't have waves like this hardly unless there's a major storm. So if someone drops something over there in that calm water, it's going to be there for a few, 4, 5, 6 days. You drop something out here that's heavy like gold, it's sinking. You got to get it that day or maybe the next at the most before it's gone until the next wave event. Just a little information I thought I'd share with you guys. Anyway, I'll bring you back. 50 to 60 is probably a penny. Guessing a zinc, maybe. And if you notice, as you can tell, there's only a few inches now of sand and it's all shell. Before, there's 2 or 3 scoops to get down to that shell line. So maybe there's been more erosion here. But odds are, that's a fresh drop right there. Anyway, all right, bring it. And I think I found another one. Oh, where'd it go? That's strange. Another 61, 64. Probably gonna be another penny. I've been zigzagging through this wet looking for some kind of a coin line or something. Still don't think I found it. Some nice person likes to throw fresh pennies out, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Try not to get too soaked. Water's probably in the 50s. Pretty cold. Okay. That's where I left off. Alright, I'll bring you back to you down here. 8, 9, 10, but it's saying it's kind of low. Kind of down there. That's what the numbers I'm looking for in the wet. Up in the dry, a lot of times that's foil. Hopefully up here, be some kind of jewelry, because I haven't found any yet. Which is strange. This is going to be small. Oh, I see it. These things sound really good. The little brass swivels. Alright. Get that off the beach. Signs of human life, at least. Bring it. 27, 96, 98. It's probably going to be end up being iron when I get to it. It's really deep. Sound more like iron. I put the all metal on. Stuff sound like a pig steak. Definitely all iron. You can see it. Not sure what it is. Oh, there we go. That's a sparkler. Alright. Alright. I just pulled this out from out there. Right there. It's in there one of those weird collection areas. They didn't film it because it sounded awful, but can't really tell what it is. I think it might be a piece of jewelry from a long time ago. Piece of a piece. But it's like a, if it's gonna focus, you can kind of see those stones. It's like a 3-4. It's probably junk, but I thought I'd show it to you guys anyway. Tide's coming in really fast, so I had to get it out. Doesn't sound great. It's in that same area, which is like it is a little collection point, you can tell. The bottom's different than everywhere else around it. Oh, I do not want to get wet. 42, 45. I gotta dig it. Sounding better. I do not want to get soaked. Now it's sounding like iron 22. It could be 2 targets. So. But you just notice on the walk up, there's a lot of shells. Oh, I'm seeing rust. But to prove my point, that is a chain with a little pendant on it. I've dug these before, I think. Whoa, it just fell apart. But to make my point, I'll check it with the magnet just for fun. Yeah, total iron. But to make my point, little chain, but to make my point is this area has different topography than the rest of the beach up and down right now. And if you can, it's hard to tell, but this one little area, as far as I can see, is the only one with shells on it. And typically they'll hold stuff, so I'm going to hit this area a little harder. But I brought my wired headphones. I might even go in the water even though it's cold. And there is a bunch of people out there swimming. You can see them, they're crazy. But I'd be one of the crazy ones with them. Let me turn you off here and I'll bring it. Oh, I just had it. And I just lost it. It's moving around. It's got to be a full tab. It's 32, 33. It's probably just a full tab. But the target, where I haven't had that many in the wet sand. So, ooh, that's pretty nasty. We'll get that off the beach. Hasn't been a whole lot of targets down here, besides that big iron patch I hit, which is very strange. And I don't know the history of Jacksonville. They might have had a wreck there. Could have had an old pier there or something. Alright, yeah, so I was able to chase that thing down. Normally when you get these, you know, even a hole and it moves around, it's not precious. It's not something heavy, so, you know, leave it. Don't dig yourself to death. Alright, I'll bring you back. Lab 14 here. It's probably got foil. Soft, mushy stuff. Usually collects the foil, but yeah, never know. Do something good too. Staying at 14. I think I see it. I thought I saw something. That can't be it. Flake? Ah, there it is. Blows you away. Little pieces of metal like that sounds so good. Alright. Excuse me. 33, 34, probably gonna be a pull tab or something. Got out of the wet. Just not that many targets down there. $38 to $41. See something? Not sure what it is. Probably just junk. Yeah, something. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, I've noticed, and I don't keep up with all the spots I hunt, and some of these places I don't go to all the time, so it's been probably 4 or 5 months, maybe, or longer, since I've been here. And they must have had a serious wave event, because I'm seeing, and you guys can't see it because I guess you have to have a $1,200 camera to be able to zoom out and zoom in anyway. But I'm seeing a lot of new beach accesses that were Last time I was here, they were all here. And it's kind of looking like the dune got cut back about 5, 10, 15 feet. I mean, yeah, it's very strange. From the last time I was here, the beach looks like it lost a lot of sand, and this dune right here, I'll show you. If you look at it, it has seen a lot of erosion. Kind of makes me want to hunt it a little bit, but because this is one of those areas. This is one of those areas that has history, Civil War, all sorts of stuff. You know, it's Jacksonville area. It's had a lot of history compared to, you know, the rest of Florida, except for maybe the Keys and St. Augustine. But it's had some history, and there was a lot of population here a long, long time ago. And I'm pretty sure Daytona must have had a lot of history, or just a lot of people living there, because I see some of the hunters on YouTube finding silver, which is rare for Florida anyway. You don't really find it that often. But they find a lot more of it there for sure. 20s? I think it's just gonna be junk. Where'd it go? Sounds like foil, but I see it. It's a rivet. Yeah, it's another rivet. Anyway, yeah, so this beach has seen a major wave event. And unfortunately, what I found over the years is that you almost have to be there while it's happening. When dunes are washing away and the whole summertime beach is washing away, you want to be there when that's happening. A couple days later, it's too late, you know. I found a lot of gold and a lot of silver during storms. You know, going out there, you find a 4 or 5 foot cut, active cut, and you work it. I mean, you're getting pounded by the waves. It's dangerous. I don't recommend it unless you're really confident in what you do. But you go out there and work those cuts while they're happening, and you know, you can have 8, 10 ring days. It's just that simple, you know, because the beach is disappearing. You know, everything that didn't get found, everything that didn't get found during the summertime that sank is all now coming back up and falling down. So, you know, you're finding it as it's happening. You know, I've walked a mile one way, found 3 or 4 rings. On the way back, as the sand is getting ripped off the beach, I found another 4 or 5 rings. You know, it's just something you want to do while it's happening and right thereafter. You know, pretty fast. Anyway, decided to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna keep going. It's gonna zigzag down the beach, see what I can find. Next target. And it's probably been about 20 minutes since I found one, even though I'm just can't be that shell. It's just a penny. But what I'm doing is, when things are kind of like this, I'll start doing what I call the ins and outs. Everybody's got to come in, everybody's got to go out off the beach. So in Jacksonville here, there's probably, I don't know, hundreds of little boardwalk entrances and exits. So what I'm doing is just kind of zigzagging in between them and kind of walking where you'd have to go to get in and kind of go out. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully we'll find something here in the soft sand. If so, I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. That's another one of those new ones I was telling you about. New walkways they're putting in. So just kind of poking around here, and it's been excavated out, so digging around here, and I had a couple tones actually. One was foil, and then 6, 7, 8. So here we'll dig this one and see if there's any more. But I've been basically, I'm gonna hit, sorry, I forget, I gotta put this thing on my head. I'm gonna hit these piles here and around it because it's been excavated, and see what we got. And this doesn't sound like foil because I don't know. To explain to you how I know if it's foil or not, or something's more solid, is foil on the Manicore when you're hunting in prospecting mode will give you like almost a whiffly noise. I don't know how to explain it, but if it's something more solid like an earring back or an ear ring, the numbers may jump around a little bit, but it's going to be a solid ping. Bump, 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 you're going to hear it. So, and that's what I'm getting from this. I decided to turn the camera on. It sounds better than the foil. Not that there's been that much of it. And see, that's an indicator also of how much beach use is going on. I haven't found any toys yet. I haven't seen any left on the beach from the weekend. Today's Monday, by the way. So I'm kind of zigzagging around, doing the ins and outs, and I'm looking for, I'm basically looking for human sign. It's kind of like real hunting. You look for, deer trail or something like that. I'm looking for human sign, and they're just kind of going back and forth. Anyway, see some rock. Oh, there we go. Finally, something decent. Pinned it. Sucker pinned it. And it was ringing up the right numbers. If I remember right, 6, 7, 8 maybe? Yeah, kind of 6, 7, 8-ish. And that normally is a good number. And this thing looks, I'm sorry, God, it's such a bad habit. It's hard when your eyes start to go, because you got to try to put everything into focus. It's a Mariner's pendant. It's got the ship's wheel and the anchor. Oops, almost dropped it. It's got something on it, but I cannot see it. I'll try to get try to get a little closer, you guys. These action cameras are, I mean, I can see why the people are using their phones more, because they can zoom in on stuff. There's a hallmark on it, but I can't read it. All right, that one. Hopefully it's gold. Last week got some silver. It was 3 days over in Southwest Florida, the Sarasota, Bradenton area, but I didn't get any gold. Some stuff that looked like gold, but it wasn't. So hopefully this will break the drought this week. And as all you guys know who hunt around here in Florida, Texas, and Alabama, and anywhere there's a coastal area, North Carolina, South Carolina, I think this is going to be iron of some sorts, 31, 32. Anyway, for all of you, what the heck? Look at that. EarPod. So, cool. That came out of that pile, which God knows where that came from, down there or something, who knows. But what I was saying is, if you hunt the coast, spring break's kicking in, and that's kind of when our season changes and it starts getting really good from there on out. You know, until the snow comes. Joking. There's snow in Florida. You'd see a mass exodus and everybody having heart attacks, probably hanging themselves. But until it gets cold again, you know, that's usually a pretty good deal. That's iron. You can almost guarantee it's from this construction. These guys don't care. I can see a big pile of nails down there. They don't care. Just do their job and leave. Yep. See? Look at that. Boom. Fresh nail. Anyway. I'm saying spring break's coming. A lot more fun and excitement. The finds will start getting better, hopefully. But I see like that's under construction. So this is your in and out point from the parking spot. So I'm going to hit these a little bit on my way back towards my truck, because I'm going to have to get a headlight if I keep this up. But if the targets don't get better, I might have to move. But unfortunately, I think everything is going to be pretty much the same. It's just, this is North Florida, South Florida, Southwest Florida, Southeast Florida, from Palm Beach down, places like that. They're slammed with people right now. But everybody here, except for some foreign kids who are swimming, is wearing winter jackets like they're in New York. So we got a little bit longer before it opens up. Anyway, I'll bring you back on next. 59, solid 59, maybe a penny. And back out in the dry sand, kind of towards the ocean. Came out here because a lot of people, you can tell signs of people. There's a lot of people out here. You can tell there's just, the sand's all messed up in circles and stuff. Not seeing anything. Yeah. Penny, maybe a penny hopped out. Right there. Just it again. Got a penny or something. Okay. This is ridiculous. Hey, there's more than one target. That one's deep. That one sounded shallow. That's weird. Anyway, hitting this area. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but there's two spots right here where you can tell someone was playing that game where they bounced the ball. I can't remember what the heck its name is, but that's a good area to hit because a lot of people throwing stuff around, moving around. Alright, well, there's a penny. Guess what? Something better than that, though. Huh. Alright. Well, it's a penny. Keep going, and area kind of where they're playing that game. I got a excuse me, solid 12. Sounds like it's on the surface, 1 bar, so 2 inches, whatever, if you trust it. Sun's going down. I'm trying to make it back to my truck, get my headlamp. Oh, there we go. Finally. There we go. A ring, 12. It's the right number. Looks like it has diamond chips in it. Can't tell. It looks like gold. Feels like gold. It's got weight like gold. Made well. I don't know if there's a hallmark in there. I can't see it. But, alright, our first ring. That only took 4 hours. Alright, I'll bring you back. Good. 1718, I can't tell if it's full or not. Sounds good, but you just never know. And those numbers, just lower numbers. That sounded more like foil. I kind of moved that a little too easy, I think. There's our target there, but surely it's going to be foil or something because I barely moved it. It's the coil. It went flying. Alright, this fell out. There it is. It is a piece of copper or something. Alright, bring it back on the camera. 58 to 90. Deep. Could be tent stake or something, who knows. $59, probably gonna be a penny. There it is. I'm out in front almost of the 4-point Sheridan on Jacksonville Beach. You guys can see that. And I remember this area because I found a lot, in the summertime I found a lot of gold rings in this area, in the dry sand and out in the water. But the one thing that comes to mind the most is up on the bank area. I found, it was the weirdest thing. It's hard to describe, but I mean, it was quarters, but it was 40 quarters, and they were covered in some weird slime, like green slime or something, and they had been in some kind of a bag that had deteriorated. It was like the weirdest thing. I mean, it actually blew up the machine. I almost didn't dig it because it sounded just so like a big can or something. But I never forget things like that when you find weird things. I'm sure you guys are the same way. .66 deep. Like last week I found that altimeter to an airplane. I mean, I've never found anything that strange before. That was so random. That sounded like, that's pure iron. It was so random finding that huge brass altimeter. I've never found anything like that from aircraft. So you remember areas like that. And I'm definitely going to come back here, hit this area a little better. So I need to go get a camera battery. And I'm still probably 3/4 of a mile away from my truck, but I want to come back and grid this area from the Sheridan because there's usually lots of people here. Of course, that's where we want to hunt, right? So I'm going to hit the semi-towel line-ish, and I'm going to come back here and grid it out properly. Alright, I'll bring you back on the next one if I find, I don't know, 77, 76, 78. It just sounded weird. Probably a dime. I don't think I found one yet. See something down here. Coins, maybe? No! Another penny. Green one. Probably an old one. I guess. Yeah, that's an old penny. Alright. Bring you back if I hit these volleyball nets until I got, until I got another battery, but I just wanted to hit the main area, which is right where they spike the ball and everything, right here by the net. On each one of these, there's 4 quarts. Just want to hit this real quick, get a battery and come back. And I got a target here somewhere. You can see that on the camera. It's kind of between 8, 10, 12, something like that. But, you know, when you get desperate, you hit the volleyball nets. Here's something. See something. There we go. That's a giant ring. Giant ring. Giant bracelet. That is not precious. I can see, maybe you guys can see, I don't know if it's focusing, but there's rust right there. That is going to be a non-precious bracelet. It's open. Deployment stuck. Little buckle thingy there stuck. Sorry, I'm trying to see here and let you guys see at the same time. No hallmarks. Something right there. Maybe a name. Looks like a, I don't know, maybe you guys can see it. Kind of looks like a duck or something. I don't know. I'm gonna call this junk. But it's a bracelet. If my battery doesn't die, I'm gonna, just like I said, I'm gonna hit this area on all 4 quarts, except for the one they're still playing on, and then come back and grid it out. Back to the truck. Still at the volleyball nets. One left, and I found a 20, 21, 22. It doesn't sound like foil, so we'll hope it's something decent. Not sure if I'm going to keep hunting or not. It's getting colder. I'm hungry. But I do want to try some new settings out. There we go. Something beeping around in there. I want to try some new settings out that for low light. I don't know if it's going to work. What do we got? Got an earring. 21, 20, 21, 22-ish. Let's see. Yeah, 23, 24. That's going to be, more than likely, that's going to be silver. That's going to be sterling silver. And this right here, if you guys can see it. See how that clasp is made right there? 9 out of 10 times. If you got a clasp that looks like that, it's going to be something good. Or it's good and plated. Maybe you guys can see the hallmark. I can't see it. Looking down at the camera, everything looks fuzzy to me. Alright, put this in the bag. And we'll press on. I did find something that was pretty cool. My son will like it. You guys see that? Surface fine. Best kind. It is kind of gross though. I think there was like a lollipop or something on there at one time. It's still pretty neat. Alright. Bring you up. This one sounds awful. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I'm assuming it's an earring or iron or something. I don't know. Pretty deep. That's right. Oh, 73. I think I just hit something. Another one thing, there's nothing like hitting a cell phone. As soon as you find your first one, you're going to know it every time you crack that screen. I'm seeing rust. There we go. Very odd tent stick. Alright. 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't know, it's all over the place. It sounds junky. See something down there, it's like junk. Yep, junk. That's okay. It's still fun to get out here and do this. I think I'm probably going to call it because it's kind of starting to rain a little bit, drizzle, and I'm not feeling like getting totally soaked or sick. Good thing about having a young child at home is he will bring you every single disease known to man. He will bring so much stuff home, get you so sick, and I swear I had to go through all those classes. None of them mentioned all that in the manual. I can tell you that. Be prepared. You have kids. And those of you who have kids know this for a fact. Oh, guys, man, they carry germs like crazy. You don't know if you're coming or going. Sometimes you're so sick. Anyway, if I fire it back up, I found something. Or decided to hunt tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen because the weather's starting to get even worse. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this hunt. There will be one tomorrow somewhere. Probably not here, maybe somewhere else down the road. But I'm going to give it a go tomorrow. You know, I pretty much hunt unless it's lightning or raining so hard it's just, you know, you can't get out. Excuse me. But thank you for joining me on this hunt. Like I said, this will be at least a 3-day hunt. All in the Jacksonville area. I'll let you know which beach I'm at every time. I'll be hunting with the Manicore, as usual. I do have a Deus 2. I've got it rigged up for diving right now. So when the weather gets better and I'm able to get out there, I'll be taking that underwater because, believe it or not, I've already had this Manicore leak. And I've only had it underwater, you know, maybe a foot at the most. And it's already leaked. I had to send it in, which is not a good thing for Mine Lab. Hopefully they got me one that works. I haven't had any issues since. But, so I'll be using the Deus 2 underwater, because that's good for 60 feet. And I've never heard, as long as it wasn't human error, never ever heard of one leaking. So it's a safe bet. Anyway, great machine. And if you guys want to see more videos with the Deus 2, side's underwater, let me know. I'll switch up machines for you. But this is my primary machine right now, and I pretty much always leave this 8-inch coil on it. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you some more videos. Till next time, have a great night. Peace.